So Joe, I'm curious how many times in a day you think I say flying solo in business doesn't mean you're alone. um, because so often people think that they have to do every single aspect of their business by themselves. They have to grow the business by themselves. And what we always say is, we talked on the show before about contractors and all of that and hiring other people to do the actual work. We have not talked about partnerships or collaborations. And I think it's something that is so important for solopreneurs to focus on because you can, whoever you partner with and collaborate with, it's mutually beneficial or should be. And we'll get to that in a second. But it's a great way to grow both of your audiences without really spending a dime. You can cross promote, you can cross market. There's so many things. And I want your take on all of this.
Yeah, well, I mean, I totally agree with you. It's one of those things, as we have some of our virtual events, you see people just doing this when we're networking, and all of a sudden you go, I can help you with that. I know those people, and all of a sudden people are working together and helping each other. So it's a natural thing, but sometimes you need to kind of think it through to figure out who you should be reaching out to, right? So, I mean, you need to think about, whatever your client is, what do they need besides what you do, if for whatever it is they're trying to accomplish with you. And if there's other things, those are people that can help. A graphic designer, their client might need a web developer or a social media manager or something. There's so many ways that people, when they're doing something, come to you, but may need to go to somebody else. So you can really, really, really benefit from identifying those things, thinking through what your client is doing, and identifying other people that you might be able to help and have help you.
Yeah. And I want to just piggyback off of that and circle back a little bit to, I feel like I'm throwing out all the keywords, circle back, throwing in. I was saying it needs to be mutually beneficial. And it's not enough, in my opinion, to just find somebody that shares an audience that you do. If you have 10,000 followers and they have 500, but you have a shared audience, you really need to weigh it if it's worth it for your business. If somebody were to approach you to be a collaborator or a partner, it needs to be an eye for an eye. It's not always going to be a level playing field. You need to make sure.
Eye for an eye. Wow, that's
eye for an eye. I know it.
Well, just after who you were the one that came up with feed two birds with one hand.
Yes, that is credited to me. Yes. So maybe that was extreme.
How about it's Halloween? How about a candy corn for Mars bar? That's a ripoff.
Perfect. We'll do that. The point remains that you shouldn't just be doing favors for people. People could be reaching out to you and not just you reaching out to them. And you could just be like, oh yeah, I'll throw them a bone. Like, you really need to protect your own business when you're looking for these partners and collaborators.
Yeah, it should be mutually beneficial, right? I mean, and you're talking about sharing audiences, but you could just be referring customers, right? I mean, there's a lot of ways to work together. Can I just walk through kind of what I came up with for a list of ways? I mean, the referral is one, right? So I'm a wedding photographer and you're a videographer, and I refer them to you. They hire me. I refer them to you for videography because I don't do that, right? But we're both going to work the wedding. Bundling packages. So I'm a web developer. I do websites, but I don't do graphics. So you're going to have to supply me the graphics. Or I could say, hey, I have a graphics package I can add to my web development package. And then I partner up with some other person that's a graphic artist. And together we work, and maybe I bill it and pay them. Joint marketing, if there's some way to just kind of share in the marketing costs to reach a wider audience that you both want to reach, and you're not taking from each other. We've always talked about affiliate marketing. I mean, in a way, that's a form of a partnership, right? I mean, there's just a ton of different ways that you can, think through a model for working with other people where you both benefit. But I totally agree with you. I mean, it's one thing to do somebody a favor once in a while, we're not expecting anything in return. And I really think that, you should do that. You should just help people when you can sometimes, but you cannot rob your energy away from your business regularly to help people that aren't going to help you back.
And this is just all a prime example of work smarter, not harder. This can take hours off of your week if you just find the right partnership. But that's the thing, finding them. A lot of people are like, that's great. I do want to partner with people. I do want to collaborate with people. I have no idea where to start. And to that, I say you have to build relationships. It all starts with relationship building. If you're buddies with somebody that's in an adjacent industry of yours that targets the same audience, it's a quick phone call like, hey, do you want to go in on this campaign together? That is a lot easier than, hello, so-and-so. I really appreciate your last campaign on this. I would love to, blah, blah, blah. It just, the more relationship building you can do through networking, whether that's LinkedIn, in-person events, when you get that face-to-face time, the easier it will be to find these relationships.
Definitely. And like I said, starting out with a list of the kinds of businesses that are complementary to your business and that you're complementary to their business is a really good way to start so that you can focus that networking effort instead of just kind of throwing darts.
Yes, absolutely. But Joe, we wanted this to be a quick episode. Is there anything else that you wanted to add?
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, this is not releasing on Halloween.
I know.
But happy Halloween to you as well. Enjoy that candy. And folks, if you're listening to this the week after when this is launching, we hope you are still enjoying your candy.
Yeah, by the way, I want to, I mentioned this on LinkedIn the other day. I'm okay with candy corn, right? It's not bad. And I saw somebody that referred to candy corn eaters as crayon-eating psychopaths. I just think that's harsh.
That's harsh. I am not a candy corn person, but one of my close friends is, and I love that friend. So yeah. Good job, candy corn.
All right. Anyway, enough of the silliness.
Next week on The Aspiring Solopreneur, as always, please leave that 5-star review, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, and we will see you next time.
Bye.